Hey guys, it's Joyce. 2 weeks or so ago, I attended 2 events that were Lunar New Year themed, and I'll show you those events in this video. For those of you who don't know, the Lunar New Year is typically the start of the new year depending on the phases of the moon, which is why it's called Lunar New Year. It's mainly celebrated in Asian cultures and every year is represented by an animal on the Chinese zodiac. This year's was the snake. The first event I was attending as a vendor was hosted by API Middle Tennessee, and that stands for the Asian and Pacific Islander Community. The event was the Lunar New Year with the Nashville Symphony at the Schermerhorn Symphony Center. Hopefully I said that right. So the first event was on a weekend and it was raining as we left home. As you can see, I brought a simple setup so it was easy to walk over on one trip. The venue is pretty much in the heart of Nashville, right next to the Bridgestone Arena, and I'm very thankful it stopped raining. I love going to this venue because it's really pretty. It has an elegant water fountain at the entrance, and here's a little billboard calendar featuring the event we were setting up at. So here I was with a time lapse of us setting up, thinking that the other vendors would show up and I would capture setup. But weirdly enough, us and one more vendor were the only ones who showed up. They set up at the opposite table, and had I known, I probably would have been closer so there wasn't such a huge gap in between us. See, there's like 3 tables in between us. But yeah, I chose this spot because it was where I was last time. So last year, this hallway was full of vendors. And despite that, though, we had a good event. I think it worked in our favor that there weren't many sellers, but also shout out to my husband who is always supporting me and helping me set up for every event. But yeah, here is the setup. I brought the shirts, the tumblers, the notebooks, and my new coloring books, the prints, and of course the stickers and the sticker packs. Now, fun fact about these snake charms, I bought bulk of them not knowing how they would sell, but I made profit back because they sold out. Sadly, I did not design them or make them, but it just goes to show that it helps to theme some of your products to the event. By this point, we were starving, and thankfully they had some fun Lunar New Year themed foods on their menu. We both got the longevity noodle soup and the Szechuan spiced chicken meatballs. Hopefully I said that right too. The soup was served in a tiny cup, but the flavors were really great. The noodles were living at the bottom, and it had some brisket pieces that actually tasted pretty good. The meatballs were also pretty tasty. It was good to have this moment to eat some snacks because once those doors opened, it was pretty busy. I wasn't able to get any more footage or even really socialize and see the other areas of the event, but thankfully my husband was able to get this footage of peak busyness in that hall. Now, every order I gave out these fortune cards, so as the event ended, we both wanted to see our fortunes too, and he got best of luck in the year to come. And my turn. Weirdly enough, we got the same fortune. Best of luck in the year to come. Guess that means we get double luck in the year to come? As everyone moved to their seats for the performance, I caught a little glimpse of the other hallway, which was beautifully decorated for the festival. There was a little activity to hang your wish or good fortune for the year to come on a wishing tree. There were also cultural booths for local performers that are part of the API community, the Lion Dance Performers, and the Chinese Arts Alliance of Nashville. By the end of it all, we packed everything as quickly as we had set up and it was time to go. This was our second year being part of this event, and it's been a good time every time. Everyone is so nice and supportive, and I'm thankful that I get to be part of it. Definitely check it out next year if you have not gone yet. Now, the second event was just a couple days away, and I was planning to have the same setup, so no prep was needed. The event was hosted by Shoes Off Entertainment, and they feature Asian and other underrepresented songwriters in the local area. This event is usually held every Tuesday at the New Heights Brewing, and it features different artists every week. Definitely stop by to show some support to some really talented people. It was a Tuesday, so I left work to set up at the bar before the event started. The event itself is held at the back room of the bar, so it has this cool underground vibe. We set up for the event, and I was a bit nervous since it was a more intimate setting. My anxiety usually gets the best of me sometimes, especially in smaller settings, but everyone I met was so nice, and I immediately felt pretty comfortable. Here's the setup. Once the lights went dim, it was just a vibe. I loved it. Here are some audio clips of Ian talking about the Lunar New Year and some snippets of the performers.
For the majority of people who celebrate the Lunar New Year, depending on your culture, it is a spring festival that goes and is celebrated by the cycles of the moon, hence Lunar New Year. And so Lunar New Year will shift between any time from the end of January to like the beginning of February, depending on the phases of the moon each year. And this year, it was last Wednesday, on January 27th, if I remember correctly, because dates sometimes escape me. So happy Spring Festival, happy Lunar New Year. For me personally, I hail from Singapore. My ethnicity is Chinese Malay. So for me, it's Chinese New Year. And every single different culture has different kinds of traditions that go along with it. Most of the time, it's about a time for gathering with family and celebrating the New Year together, bringing in prosperity and health and wealth for the entire year. And this year, it's the year of the snake.
Ice cream dripping and cast on me. The day I let you go, it'll be sweet as apple pie. You will be once upon a time, a distant memory. Warm like honey, won't that be nice? To call us once upon a time, one day
with mine, old farms never creak. The harvest rains abundantly. Your spirit blooms nectar, and the buds of lust turn sour. Drench in the vines, rip out the weeds.
enigmatic, subtle smile. And on this road for quite a while, look away, 'cause you don't stay for too much longer.
Overall, it was a great night filled with talent, positivity, and a strong sense of support among artists of the community. This happens every Tuesday, so if you want to go show some support to local talent, definitely stop by on a Tuesday night. It was time for us to go, and we left with new friendships and feeling positive overall after those 2 events. Cheers to the Lunar New Year, and thanks so much for having us. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support as always. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Also take a peek at my website if you want some fun stickers, my coloring books, or other fun stuff I've made for the month. Okay, bye!